I was about to shave this morning, then I remembered I've got a big old manly chainsaw that I've got to test out on the channel. So that is exactly what we're going to do right now. Oh look at this, it's huge, it's big. This is the Saker chainsaw. I don't know, it's a 6-inch, 7-inch blade, whatever it might be. It's a battery powered chainsaw. I have no idea how this is gonna perform, but we're definitely gonna find out. Freshly manufactured plastic smell, great. Just in case you didn't know it, they didn't want to confuse you, this is a chainsaw. And luckily, they tell us twice, so no matter which way we're holding this, we know it's a chainsaw. Real quick before we get to testing, it comes with this little carrying case, 2 batteries and a charger, also some tools in case you need to change the chain on this thing. Really no clue how this is gonna perform. I do have a Milwaukee chainsaw that's battery operated. I absolutely love it. How this is gonna compare, obviously it's a tiny chainsaw, but I would hope that we can at least get, like 3-inch pieces of wood cut with this thing, so let's find out. Test 1, honey locust, kind of a hard wood. We'll see. Cuts through that pretty good. Let's try out something a little bit bigger, huh? Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's get you nice and close to that. Look at that. She cuts. It cuts. It works. Now I'm gonna see with a fresh battery just how many cuts it takes to kill the battery on this thing to the point where it just will not move anymore. So we've made like 4 or 5 cuts so far. Let's continue on. We're gonna use some big logs so we can put some nice tension on this chainsaw, see what happens. One cut. So I guess that's our 4 little cuts plus 2 big cuts. Just for control, I'm gonna add in the second battery to make sure I'm not messing anything up. So this is a pretty big log, just to show you. And also, isn't this the most organized wood pile you ever seen in your whole life? It's a thing of beauty. Two big cuts. Oh, there she does it. That's it. That's all she wrote. So if you're cutting the maximum size piece of wood that is even bigger than what it says to use, do not cut above 4 inches. These were about, actually, yeah, that's about 4 inches right there. And she's dead. Yep, that's it. So you'll only get 4 or 5 little cuts and then a couple of big cuts off this thing. I'm sure if you were only cutting little branches, you'd be okay. I was editing the video and then I realized I should probably give this a test using only the smaller branches. So say sizes inch to maybe 1.5 inches. We're gonna figure out how many of those it takes to kill one of these batteries without the larger cuts, just to give it a fair chance. I think we learned something. Just like this thing says don't cut any branches over 4 inches, I think we found out why. While we were only able to get about a dozen cuts when we were cutting both the larger logs along with the smaller ones, if we were only cutting logs that were 1 to 2 inches, we were able to chop up this entire pile here in just a few minutes with it. So that impresses me a lot more than I initially thought. We were able to cut a lot more when just sticking to the smaller branches. So that changes my whole mindset on this thing's utility case, because this could be very, very handy in certain situations. I know it's definitely going to get some use here on our little mini homestead that we've got. It could be handy in some situations where you've just got some smaller stuff where you're trying to machete through the woods or something like that. I don't know. Even for cutting up little branches to throw into the fire pit. Definitely going to use this a time or two here on our little mini homestead. So that is it. I've got nothing else to show you. This is the Saker chainsaw. I've got the link down in the description below. Cool little thing though, I'll tell you that much. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a great gardening adventure. Stay tuned for our carrot harvest video that is going to be coming up next. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. It's a little baby chainsaw. Oh, he's so cute. Oh.